What's up? Welcome back. I'm John Stark, MovieGuy.com, your favorite blind film critic, and today I'm going to talk about The Ballad of Wallace Island. I waited until this is on Peacock, and it's a focus release, so it moved a little bit quicker to Peacock. It's so weird because they just put Dogman out like a week or two ago, and that movie came out in January, and this movie came out in April. So, or like March or April, something like that. So they move the focus movies to Peacock a little bit quicker than they do their Universal titles. I don't know why, but it benefited people who wanted to see Conclave last year. And it will probably benefit us again this year. About Focus will probably have an Oscar bid. And anyway, click like and subscribe. I'm developing my own little cult following. I want to do the thing where I sell you useless merch. And have a store. I want to have a store and online. Anyway, The Ballad of Wallace Island is sort of a inconsequential little indie drama that I think is going to be forgotten really fast, which is sad because it's fine. There's nothing that's great about it, but there's nothing that's bad about it. And I didn't find there to be a performance that particularly stood out to me. I wasn't moved. I wasn't put in a way where I was like, what's wrong with this movie? What's great about this movie? There was nothing. It just kind of flew right in the middle where I was just like, I liked that. Everybody was fine. I don't have a problem with it. It runs about an hour and 40 minutes. It's got a decent runtime to it. It's pretty simple. It's not expecting a lot from you. It's not really it's not really for kids. And I think there's maybe some profanity in here, but there isn't really like, oh my God, keep the kids away. There's nothing really in here for that. It's just a nice movie. This is like AARP's movies, grown up, what is that? What do they do? Movies for grown-ups who like movies or something? I don't know, whatever that is. This feels like it's for that crowd, where people who just want to go in and watch something nice. And it's not faith-based. It's nothing like that. It's just a very simple movie. We don't make a lot of these, and they don't usually get attention. There isn't really like an A-lister here to back the movie. I don't really know who most of these actors are. And it's got a small cast. It's very simple. And last year my favorite movie of the year was Ghostlight, which had actors in it I didn't know except Dolly De Leon. And it emotionally wrecked me. This didn't even do that. It just kind of like, yeah, cool. Oh man, that's sad. Oh, that's lovely. I felt like I was so like emotionally neutral. Like just like, I'm having a nice time. How is it? It's fine. It's good. So the plot of the movie is we have a wealthy guy. You don't really find out, but you will find out. So there's a music artist, a recording artist, a music artist, a singer, songwriter who is hired to do this concert on Wallace Island. I know, shocking. And so he goes there, and there's like a boat, and it takes him there, and he's put up at this place by this sort of like awkward Charles is his name, and he's so quirky, and it feels like the role that I would have given to Stephen, I forget his name, but he's done so many of these types of roles, and I should have remembered his last name, but I pictured somebody in my mind the whole time. Because he'd been acting since before I lost my vision. I picture his face. He did like Hello Ladies. Yeah, so Stephen Merchant, thank you. Jesus Christ. Uh, and it's that kind of a role. Uh, and he just feels sort of awkward, and he's trying to please and it's a little socially, yeah, it feels like he would have nailed that. Um so the guy, what was his name? Ewan or something like that. He goes around and realizes there really aren't a lot of people on this island, and there's like this one other place, sort of like a store that they go to, but it never really has anything. And then there is like a phone. So like he goes there for rice because he gets his phone wet at some point during the movie. They don't have rice. They eventually find rice or whatever, but there's another running joke too where later they go there for like Reese's peanut butter cups, and they have to like explain what a Reese's peanut butter cup is. And that person just gets a jar of peanut butter. So it's like the world's weirdest sort of store. I don't know. And there aren't a lot of people on this island to begin with. The cast is never very big. But he starts realizing, he's like, well, where am I going to perform? And it's just sort of like on the beach. There's sort of like a little like rock area on a beach. And he's like, well, we can't fit an audience here. What are you talking about? And so that's when Charles is like, you know, you find out he's playing for just Charles. And he's like, no, you said there was 100. It's like, I said under 100. So it's just him. And so he's wealthy. He's stupid wealthy because he won the lottery twice. So he has all this money, he doesn't know what to do with it. So he's paid two of his favorite music artists who haven't worked together in a while to come and play a concert, like a reunion concert. So he doesn't know that he's about to see somebody he hasn't seen in a long time, who shows up, I don't know, like 20 minutes into the movie. And then that's kind of where the movie gets started. So all of that is like the beginning of the movie. It's just a catalyst where these people find out they're performing for one rich dude who's very nice. And they're like, you don't come from, that's how they find out about the lottery tickets, is he's like, I can't perform for anybody who, you know, is involved in all of these evil causes and stuff. He's like, no, I hate those. I hate oil people too. And he explains, he's like, I played the lottery, and he's like, and then I played it again. So, yeah, so he has like an unimaginable amount of money. And this is how he's chosen to spend. There's some stuff with his backstory that's sad and will get you. There's some stuff with sort of everybody's backstory. It's not it's not a straight up comedy. It's like a dramedy. So it's one of those that makes you feel and then also makes you laugh. Everybody here was fine. I didn't, like I said, I'm not moved in a direction to be like, oh my God, Ballad of Wallace Island, one of the best movies I've seen this year. It's a sleeper. We all missed out on this, but also I would not recommend it. I think there's nothing wrong with this movie. There's just nothing inherently great where I feel like, you know, singing its praises across every mountaintop or keeping it on my list and forcing it into my top 10 because I had some sort of like religious experience while watching the film. It's a film that I think a lot of people will forget in a couple of years. Brian and Charles, for example. Do you remember Brian and Charles? No? Okay. Well, it feels like we've had films like that before. We also had Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. You know what I'm saying? Like, these films are fine. And until I say them again, you're like, oh, I did see that. But you don't spend a lot of time thinking about the fact, you know, your whole day doesn't wake up every day going, oh man, I'm still looking for the next Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. If I could just get one of those in my life would be great. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. I'm gonna give the Ballad of Wallace Island a B+. The audio description did a nice job. Everybody here is fine. It doesn't it's never great. It's never something that just totally bowled me over. None of the performances here do I think deserve any sort of award recognition. I don't think the direction did anything spectacular. I don't think the film is overtly unique in any given way, but I don't think it did anything wrong. So it's just perfectly fine. And there's still a place for that, I think. So yeah, it should be good. I don't know who's hating on this movie. But man, this feels like a pretty simple movie. Um so it just wants you to like it. It's not even asking you to love it. It just wants you to like it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you guys on the other side.